Hey, what's up guys? So we're here to check out the new Path of Exile League Harvest. I'll give you guys my thoughts on the trailer and give you guys my reaction to it. And then we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about it. If you guys do want to go ahead and check out the full video without my commentary, I'll pin it down below. But let's go ahead and check it out.
Though this land is shrouded in pain and darkness, it teems with life. Behold this sacred grove.
Oh, it looks pretty cool. Like visually at least. Okay, hold on. We'll slow it down and check out, what the heck these items do in a moment.
We may bend life to our will, to remake the world as we see fit. But beware, nature protects itself.
So you grow plants, okay. And then you hatch things from it. I'm guessing it gives you some type of reward. I'm wondering what the heck that connection thing does. It was like you could connect it with telephone poles. But I'm guessing it adds more modifiers is my guess. So you have more things to go ahead and craft with. And we'll pause it and check out all the modifiers. But I just want to check out the full trailer first.
Whatever you sow, you must harvest.
I'm wondering if you can harvest them earlier or later to get less or better rewards.
In every area you explore. Take its seeds through Oshabi's
You have to
portal
pick
to
it
the
up,
sacred grove.
okay. And you have to go somewhere else.
Sow those seeds to grow dangerous and rewarding monsters. When they are ready for harvest, slaughter them and extract their life force.
Extracts the life force. Oh, so it does a ping and then they become alive. The other ones maybe just weren't ready for harvest? So it looks like, I'm just guessing, trap builds are going to be very, very good for this league.
To easily craft powerful items.
Oh, so it costs some type of new, is it crafting resource?
Store the leftover life force to fertilize higher tiers of seeds.
Oh, okay. So is that telephone pole mechanic? That's very interesting.
Discover rare seeds that yield exotic crafting options or dangerous endgame bosses. In addition to many new items and skills, this expansion also contains major revamps to the passive skill tree, war cries, slam skills, brands, and over 50 unique items. The harvest begins on June 19.
So they're changing slam builds. That leap slam. Hopefully it can go even faster. Alright, so as far as that goes, okay, we have a release date too, June 19th, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and kind of just check it out again. I'll put some audio in the background, then I'll mute this. So as far as it goes, let me see the modifiers. One thing that I already feel like when I just first saw it is I hope we don't have to wait too long. That's one reason why I wasn't really interested in the blight mechanic. I just didn't like to wait, and I'm sure a lot of people felt the same. They just don't want to go ahead and wait. It just takes too long for the most part. That's why I really enjoyed Legion so much. It was like, activate the thing, everything is ready to go. And I like that. That was really fun. But what are these modifiers on these little, like, okay. I'm going to go back like 1 second at a time over here. So I'm going to slow it down, and we're going to attempt to read and figure out what the heck these little things do. So Vivid Scorpion Crane, stack size, it goes up to 100. So it spawns a level 75 monster when harvested, provided 10 units of raw Vivid Life Force when harvested. I'm guessing that's some type of that currency that we saw, or crafting material. I'm not sure what it's actually going to be categorized as, but nonetheless, there's like a bar, and it looks like when you craft it uses up that bar. Anyways, the C tier, and then it says that it reveals a random physical modifier crafting effect when harvested. Okay, so you can see, I guess, kind of what you're going to be getting, which is kind of nice, so certain things can maybe be sold. I'm really, again, curious to know how long it takes, and going back to this little telephone pole mechanic over here, to really maybe buff up what you have potentially for the drops. It's really hard to pause at the exact moment. They give you like no frames. All right, hold on. We're going to have to go ahead and make this really slow because for whatever reason, they just did not want you to pause on it. Okay, so it supports conduits between collectors, condensers, and dispersers. I wonder if that's the different type of resource that was shown off because when we go to the crafting, there was several different colors. I'm not sure if these different seeds correspond to certain colors of the little bar that you can build up, because I definitely saw a purple one, and there's other colors definitely that were shown off, but it's really fast. So I'm wondering if you're going to be able to, when you like awaken the seeds or harvest them, is it going to be able to AoE everything on screen, or is it like a smaller one where you get to only get like a small amount? Let's see how this goes, because it looks like it basically fades out pretty much like maybe one screen wide. So you can see it's going to go ahead and harvest. And I wanted to go more in depth on the modifiers here, so I'm going to fast forward to this. Okay, so you can see it says 190 life force. So I'm guessing certain ones will cost more than others. I'm not sure if this is like tier 1, 2 via the numbers here. But I like that idea that you have like different modifiers that you're going to be able to change without having to be using your actual currency, if that makes sense, like the crafting bench normally would cost. So I like that. I wonder if that's going to be traded. I don't know if this bear is something different. It looks just like a modified existing unit or creature in the game, but I don't mind it as long as there's newer rewards to go ahead and obtain out of this. But looking at the other modifiers over here, set an item to 6 sockets. Obviously that is pretty cool. The guy's already got a tabula over here. I like that. Wonder if there's going to be any 6 linking, because that is obviously a very hefty investment. So like I mentioned before, there's different bars. You see previously there was a purple one and there's a yellow one. So I'm guessing depending on what you go ahead and kill, you will be able to harvest that type of life force. So I think it's pretty cool that you're able to go ahead and get what you want in terms of the colors, because I'm guessing one is for like one type. I'm guessing you can't just use several of the same, or maybe you can, I don't know. Again, there's not that much information on that. But as far as the game goes, like the previous league that we got with Delirium, that one was more like a game build changing. They said that they're going to modify the passive tree as well, so we'll have to wait and see when those notes come out, and I'll update you guys on that if there's anything really interesting to show off here. But as far as the newer gameplay mechanic, I mean, being able to add a white socket, whatever, like you can just go on any POE trade website and go ahead and purchase exactly the colors that you want, but maybe you need specifically like a white. But looking at this again is kind of nice because it does keep your crafting material or your currency where you don't need to go ahead and spend it. So I like that, but I would like to see something that is, again, it depends on what uniques that they come out with, because there's always new uniques that can definitely change up builds. But with the last league, I felt like we got something that was so cool to mess around with, and some things that we normally wouldn't be able to get on a class to be able to get. I like that idea. If this is just going to go ahead and just be another crafting bench to go ahead and modify, unless you get new modifiers. Again, not everything is revealed, but as far as it goes, I'm really interested to know how long it takes to harvest those seeds, because it did show via like the trailer that the guy was sitting there for a while. I don't know if the mechanic is, they kind of briefly talked about it, where you have to go in a portal. So not only do you have to find the thing, you have to go ahead and collect the seeds, which I think should be automatically harvested personally, but nonetheless, that was one thing that they ended up changing with Metamorph, if you guys remember that, where before you had to pick up the organs, and you have to make sure you had the right ones before opening up the thing. But overall, I just hope that it's not a slow mechanic like Blight League. That's my personal thoughts on it as far as this goes. If you can just go ahead and click on all of them, and I don't know, maybe there's going to be something to speed it up. Maybe you can click a button to fast forward, and it just, because, hold on, let me read this fully, because it might specify when you finally mouse over. Oh, okay, hold on. It's gonna be difficult. Okay, so it says can be harvested after 5 growth cycles. Well, the main question I have is, what the heck is a growth cycle? Does that mean I have to go in 5 different times to actually finally harvest the thing? Because that's just going to be a little bit too slow. And again, that's one thing that I'm not a fan of when it comes down to any league mechanic. That's one reason why I personally really enjoyed Legion. But I'm curious to know how you guys feel about this. Are you guys okay? Are you guys happy about this mechanic, planting the seeds and maybe going back 5 times? Or, again, I don't know what a growth cycle is, because that wasn't revealed here. But I don't like it when the league mechanic requires you to be very slow. But again, I think traps are going to be quite great for this league. But again, it depends on buffs and nerfs and what else they are modifying. But anyways, those are my personal thoughts on it. Overall, I wish there was something more game-changing that they revealed here, because at the end of the day, it's another crafting bench, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I would like to see something, again, that would maybe change up the game a little bit more like we got last league, but obviously, you know, we'll have to wait and see what uniques can come out of this. I'm hoping something will be really good for Flicker Strike, because that is one of my favorite builds that I haven't played in a while. Lastly, we rolled Necromancer to see how bad the nerfs were. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Love to know your thoughts on this league down below. And if you guys, again, want to watch the full video without my commentary, it will be there. But, I mean, it's kind of meh at first glance, but we'll wait and see what other uniques come out to give like a final judgment. But those are my initial impressions off of just what was available in the trailer and developer commentary. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and I'm signing out. Peace.